When summer is here, I feel a lot active and energetic, working at a better speed in the kitchen, and we make the most of the time now to have friends home, and we prefer two families at a time, in which way we can accommodate them and spend more quality time together. And very importantly, it's easier to cook for just two families. So if you're planning to have guests at home, you can impress them with Jolad Rotti oota, a very typical North Karnataka style menu. I always ensure to soak all kinds of dal that is needed on the menu overnight, in which way I can get started with cooking the first thing in the morning, taking breaks every now and then rather than getting exhausted with continuous cooking in the kitchen. I have soaked sabudana, green gram, hesarkalu, tur dal. I drain the water from all of them and then add in the tur dal into the pressure cooker with fresh water for just one whistle, and boil the green gram directly on the hob with fresh water. I prefer doing it this way than the pressure cooker, as the green gram can get very mushy. We want it to be cooked but still retaining their shape intact, as the name itself is kalu palya, meaning grains, and they do get cooked fast with them being soaked overnight. I drain the water to make rasam with it tomorrow. Now to make the palya, I have a tablespoon of oil, mustard seeds, 3 green chilies, 5 garlic cloves, curry leaves, and 1 very big onion cut in squares. Once the onion is cooked, I add in the cooked green gram, turmeric, salt, grated coconut and coriander leaves. This is a very simple, tasty and very healthy kalin palya, which is a great combination with Jolad Rotti, chapati and rice as well, with ghee and pickle. Now to make pappu, I have chopped all that is needed. In a pot with a tablespoon of oil, mustard seeds, 3 green chilies, 1 medium-sized onion, once the onion is cooked, I add in 1 tomato, half a bag of spinach leaves, palak leaves, 1 cup of cooked tur dal, 1/8 teaspoon of turmeric powder, salt to taste. Good amount of tamarind pulp will make the pappu taste really good. It's come to a good boil now. I turn off the flame. Now to make the tadka vagarne with homemade desi ghee, cumin seeds, garlic cloves, curry leaves, dry red chilies and hing. And as and when I can, I sit down to chop the veggies for the next dish as I prep. Making a vegetable rice, which turned out to be everyone's favorite, was super easy to make as well. With a tablespoon of sesame oil, yellenne and ghee, I add in mustard seeds, half of red, orange and yellow bell peppers, 1 medium-sized onion, half a bunch of sabaske soppu, dill leaves. We cook the leaves for 2 to 3 minutes time, and then I add in 2 tablespoons of wangi path powder and 1 cup of cooked rice, adding in salt that I combine well, but ensuring the rice is still grainy and not mashed. So we gently combine. Not too masaledar, but still has abundance of flavors with all the vegetables, dill leaves and bath powder. I couldn't get small aubergines, so I'm using big large aubergine today to make badnekai yengai, for which I use 3 handfuls of peanuts that I dry roast on a medium flame until they start to sizzle and change color. I transfer them onto a kitchen towel to cool down. It's a lot easy to chop the dry coconut than to grate the coconut. Well, this is my very personal preference. I find this technique fast and easy also. Sanika gives me a hand to peel off the peanut skin. Now onto a pan with a tablespoon of oil, 4 garlic cloves, 2 onions chopped in squares, 4 dry red chilies, a tablespoon of cumin seeds, a tablespoon of dhania seeds, and sesame seeds, yellow, that I roast along with 2 finely chopped dry coconut. And then to this I add in the peanuts that Sanika has peeled the skin off them. Now onto a large pan, adding in 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, mustard seeds, curry leaves, and then aubergine. And then make a gravy by adding in water. I add in more water at a thick consistency of the gravy, but still sufficient to bubble in. When the aubergine is cooked, we turn off the flame and add in coriander leaves. With half of cucumber, 2 tomatoes and coriander leaves that I have ready in a bowl, I add in salt, a tablespoon of dariya dal powder, putane hittu, 2 tablespoons of yogurt to make masur gai that I am going to serve in lettuce leaves along with crisps. And I'm also making goli bhaji. I shall keep it ready with the batter for now and make bhajis later in the evening. I have low fat yogurt, hudi masru. We need yogurt which is sour in taste. I add in salt and grate in 2 inches of ginger that I stir in and keep it well combined and set it back in the refrigerator. Here comes my roti pressing machine to make my life easy in kitchen to make Jolad Rotti. I have a plate and 2 cups of same measurement, one with jowar flour and one with water. I set the water to boil and once it starts bubbling, I add in jowar flour and mix thoroughly. This is an instant dough that we can make Jolad Rotti straight away. No need to rest. A well kneaded dough gives a good shape to the edges. I cover it up so that they don't dry up, and using one dough at a time that I place in the center of the roti pressing machine and cover it up with the butter paper. Only if you feel the need, you can apply very little of oil to the sheets to begin. Not necessarily, but if you feel, yes, you can. Rotate the sheet and press again. Depending on the thickness you wish, you can stop. By rotating the sheet, all the sides of the roti will be evenly spread. Open the top sheet, place the bottom sheet upside down. Using a wet kitchen towel, dab onto the roti. And then flip it. Use a dry kitchen towel now and moving slightly until cooked. Sanika is using the pressing machine now while Santosh makes the roti on the tawa. I shall fry the yogurt chilies, majjige menchinikai. It turns out to be a great combination with anything and everything. Having a roti pressing machine at home can be quite helpful distributing the work to everyone who is there at home, and it's so easy that kids and men can take over the job without the knack or the technique on how to make a super complicated rolling job easy. Now, as it's almost time, I'm expecting the guests home, so I add in maida, plain flour, to the goli bhaji mix. Now, the quantity of the flour is entirely depending on how much it takes. You need a thick batter, so I add in more flour and then combine. You dip your fingers in water and scoop out small size bhajis to make. This is the first batch of bhajis for children. Once this is done, that's when I start to make more spicier version of goli bhaji. This is when I add in the chopped jalapenos for that strong kick for all adults. We have just one more thing to do now. On the tawa, I add in oil and shallow fry cherry tomatoes. I do it until they start to sizzle. This should be eaten hot to enjoy them at its fullest, and then add in good amount of salt and freshly ground pepper powder. This was one of the most popular and the most requested. Everybody kept asking me on my stories as to what exactly I was doing when I shared this on my Instagram. These are cherry tomatoes. Tasted really amazing. I'm going to serve them along with the salad on the lettuce leaves, along with goli bhaji and crisps. These are my very good friends Meghna and Rachana with their families. They all enjoy watching my videos regularly and are happy to be part of it today. We all had a good time enjoying food over conversations, just the thing that we all look forward to over the weekend, catching up with friends and family.
I don't want to capture.
Keep smiling.
Keep smiling.
I can't open my mouth. That's it. That will become viral. You know, style. You put it on Rachna.
I get tension.
Hey, nammane bartara.
I really hope you found this video helpful in planning a menu for your guests or just for your own family with authentic North Karnataka recipes. Santosh had made sabudani paisam that I already shown in my previous video, but this is how we served it in half wafers, filling them up with paisam and then adding in a few pomegranates. These little kids Kanishk, Harshu and Pratik are super excited to be part of the video, saying hello to you all. So this weekend was well spent at home with all these wonderful people. We are all looking forward for more promising sunshine and more outings this summer. So here is to quick sum up with all that I had made: kalimpalya, badnekai engai, masar gai, paisam, pappu, plain rice, vegetable rice, roti, that I am enjoying it very much the following day as well. Thank you very much for watching this video in full. Hope to see you all in my next video. Bye for now.